Ooh, hello and welcome to the Nordic Game Discovery Contest. This is a qualifier of the contest in Dev.Play, Romania. We are so happy to be here. My name is Jacob Riis, and next to being the program director of the Nordic Game Conferences, I am also the organizer and the host of the Nordic Game Discovery Contest. So this will be the last time for now at least, that you will see me without my glasses because I need to wear my contest glasses to be able to see anything. So thank you so much for joining this. We are ready to give you a great pitch battle game show, and we are ready to start. For those of you who don't know what exactly this is about, I've created a little video that I want to show you first. So here we go. Yes, and as you could see, this is a contest where new and exciting game studios and experience as well can join with their game to get up against other selected projects and fight it off in a pitch battle contest to see which of these games deserves the most to be discovered. So it is very exciting. We have already been traveling the world at many other qualifiers and find finalists for the grand finals taking place in the first week of November at the Nordic Game 21 Autumn Conference. The grand finals of the Nordic Game Discovery Contest will be held there. And I cannot explain how excited I am. But first, we need to find the last of the finalists. And to do that, we are here at Dev.Play. Many games has been submitted to the Nordic Game Discovery Contest, and the board has selected 3 contestants. But before you meet them, we need to explain a little bit more about the contest before we start so that you know what is going to happen. So let's go quickly through the rules. The qualifier consists of 4 rounds. Round number 1, this is where we meet the contestants and we get a peek of their games as well. Then round 2 is where the judges come into action and they will grill the contestants with some fierce questions about the game and the gameplay. Then we go straight to round number 3. This is what we call the reality round, where again the judges are asking questions, but this time about the surroundings of the game. It can be the price points or other stuff. It's going to be exciting to see what the judges have prepared. And then in the last round, it's round 4. I call it the final round. I'm so proud of that title because it really describes what it is. It is the last round. This is where the contestants get one last chance to show the judges why they should pick them as the final winner of this qualifier. So the winner again will go straight to the grand finals at Nordic Game, and that is quite exciting, I think. But before all this, we need to find the winner of the qualifier today. So let's start by meeting the judges. There you all are. It's so great to see you. I'm so happy to have you with me here as my team of experts that will grill the contestants so that we can find the true winner of the true finalist of this qualifier. So let's start from the top, and so you can present yourself to the audience and the contestants. Hello, Esther. Good to see you again.
Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm Esther from Whisper Games. Should I start right now, right?
Yeah, you are so welcome to start. I can just see that you are a little bit
Okay,
sitting
okay,
in the dark here. Is it? I know
okay.
it's because
Well,
you are so kind. You are so kind of being with us all the way from China, and China right now it's in the middle of the night, right?
oh, this time is much better. It's 7 p.m. right now. It's much better
Ah,
this time.
okay. Well, I'm not able to see the difference because you've been doing so many qualifiers at all kind of different times, and you always look professional, prepared, and ready to battle. So it's so good to have you. Can you please explain a little bit more about Whisper Games and you?
Yeah, thank you. Well, I'm director of digital commerce from Whisper Games, and in a few years, Whisper Games has evolved from a third party service provider to a regional publisher, and then to a global publisher and investor. Well, we are covering all platforms right now, so we will still keep running to support our partners better and better. So, developers, publishers, or medias, whoever you are, please feel free to contact us.
All right, so thank you so much, Esther, for that introduction. Let's now meet judge number two. It's Eugene from Exala. Hey, Eugene, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm good, thank you. It's pretty cold in Moscow right now.
Oh, I could believe
Uh,
that.
yeah, I'm Eugene. I'm a business head in Exola. I'm overseeing Exola Clubs, which I think which is a social ramp platform that helping developers to network better. Exola is a company that also helps developers in different stages of their developer life. We usually help them to distribute games on their own, self-publish in different platforms. We also have investment division and different investment products, and I represent Exola Clubs, which is free to use networking platform for developers and publishers.
Thank you so much for that intro, Eugene, and welcome back as a judge again. You are also among the veterans of the judges of these qualifiers. I'm very happy to have you on board once again. And now on to judge number three, and this is actually also in a way a veteran. It's been a while since Peter has been on the board or on the judging panel here, but I'm so happy to have you here, Peter. Can you please introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah, thank you a lot for the introduction, and hello from sunny Copenhagen right now. So I've had the pleasure to work with a wide range of different products and do PR for video games from AAA productions to a lot of indie, and it had been a nice, fun trip, throughout all the years. It had been very 25 years now on focusing on PR and different games. And there have been everything from small one-man indie projects to really big scale things. So it has been very fun, and I'm looking forward to actually see those three amazing games today.
Thank you so much for that, Peter. And for the rest of you, just wanted to say that all of the three judges here is actually very proactive partners of the Nordic Game Discovery Contest, and I'll get back to that in a while. But I think because of my heartbeat and everything is like I'm really excited. I think I will wait with that a little bit, and instead, I think that we should start the contest now. So let's begin with the beginning. This is round number one. This is where we will meet the contestants and we will also meet their games. So this will be exciting. Let's start with contestant number one. Hello, contestant number one.
Nice to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you. You are representing the game called Lumencraft. But
Yes, that's
before we see the game, we actually need to see a little bit about your studio and how you are doing there. So let's run that video now. Interesting to see that. If you should describe your studio with one single word, what would that word be?
Innovative.
Innovative. That's a really good word. One of my favorite words, actually. I'm a little bit sad that my parents didn't give me that word as my middle name because then I would seem like a very innovative guy. But I will note this on my plate here, and this looks like a normal plate, but it's not. I can assure you, this is high tech stuff. This is where the algorithm of the whole entire point system of the Nordic Game Discovery Contest is placed. So when I type in anything on this plate, it will go into this big system of algorithms and math and physics and feelings and emotions and all kinds of stuff that I've been borrowing from events such as the Oscar Awards, the Nobel Peace Prize and stuff. But I will start by writing in innovative here. So give me 1 second. Yeah. And here we go. First word is entered into the system. Now, we're going to watch a little bit of Lumencraft in a minute, but for now, let's meet Contestant 2 first. Hey, Contestant 2, how are you doing?
Thank you very much. Nice seeing you and nice to be with you on the contest.
It's so good to have you here. You are representing the game called Giants Uprising. But before we watch the gameplay from that game, we also want to see a sneak peek behind your studio. So let's run that video, please.
Hi guys! Welcome to Warsaw Game Studios. Our company motto is games from different perspectives, but apparently also a sound mind is a sound body. To meet the team, you have to make one last sacrifice.
Good, very good. It's so nice to see actual real people being together in a room. That seems like ages ago I saw that, but interesting. So, if you should describe your studio with one single word, what would that word be?
Different.
Ooh, different. I'm not sure that I want that to be in my middle name, but I will write it down. Okay, so far we have contestant number 1, which is innovative, and then we have contestant number 2, which is different. So I cannot wait to meet contestant number 3. Hello.
Hi.
There you are, and as it's very nice to meet you too. You are representing the game called Everdream Valley, and we are really excited to see more of that game too. But first, we need to see a little bit of what's going on behind the scenes at your studio. Can we please roll the video?
Hi, my name is Mark and I'm game designer here at the Monitors, and I will show you our studio. But first, I will take her with me because it's dangerous to go alone. Due to COVID situation, some part of our team works remotely, but that's okay because we have a shorter queues to the bathroom. So let me introduce you to our developer team. Here's Piotrek, and he's working on some suspicious geese gathering. Here's Marcin.
Hello.
And here's Przemek.
Hi.
Yeah, and here's Jelly.
So, contestant number 3, if you should describe your studio with one word, what would that word be?
Fun.
Oh, also a good one. I could actually use that as my last name, I think. But that doesn't matter. Let's put the word into the machine. And then we have innovative versus different versus fun. That is gonna be quite a task. If these words alone were up to the judges to decide which one they would choose, that would be impossible. So they are all really great words. Let's see how they react to the other stuff that they need to judge on. So let's go back to contestant number one because now it's time to take a look at Lumencraft. Now we're going to play your video, and after that, you will have 30 seconds to explain what we just saw there. I'm going to do with another great device. I'm going to keep track of time when you are talking, and I will be a little bit rough there because that is one of my only pleasures in life is to interrupt people. So when the 30 seconds is up, I will start waving my hands, and then shortly after, I would yell something, just so you know. So it's about being strict within the time limit. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, let's take a look at your gameplay video. Thank you so much for that. And now, please, in 30 seconds, explain what we just saw there, starting now.
Okay, so what you just saw now is ultimate distraction, ultimate creativity, and ultimate lava experience. Because Lumencraft is about using technology in 2D in a very 3D way. So you have realistic simulations that are super satisfying to watch and super satisfying to destroy environment. You can destroy almost everything. Everything is dynamic. Dynamic is your lighting, your feel of fear because you're all alone in underground world.
That was my cue. Very nice. Thank you so much for that explanation. And let's move on to contestant number two. It's Giants Uprising, and we are going to watch the gameplay video now. Afterwards, you will have 30 seconds to elaborate. Please roll the video. Very, very nice. Thank you for that. And now, contestant number two, you have 30 seconds to explain what we just saw there. Please go ahead.
Giants Uprising is definitely a different perspective game. So with our motto, what you've seen was a completely different approach to giants, because normally giants in computer games are bosses that you have to fight with. In our game, Giant is the main protagonist. He is fighting for with his uprising, so he's raising his uprising because he's fighting for his race. Giants were enslaved in our game by humans, so we have to take revenge on them to survive.
Thank you so much for that. Time is up. Thank you for the explanation there. Let's move on to contestant number three. It's the game called Everdream Valley. And as before, we are going to see the gameplay video and then you will have 30 seconds to elaborate. Please show the video now. Thank you so much for that. And now your 30 seconds begin. Please elaborate.
Okay, so Everdream Valley is an open-world farm game with very strong narratives. We wanted to evoke the feeling of real holiday in the countryside, where everything is beautiful and exciting. That's why we focused on the interactivity and openness of the game world. Every animal in that game has a strong impact on the world. And we are not like any other farm game because when the night comes, the player takes role of the animals and discovers the valley from a completely different perspective. And unraveling the mystery of these strange dreams is the story objective of the game.
Right on the money there. I didn't even have to raise my hand. Oh, that is a shame because I love interrupting. But anyways, thank you so much for this input. And can you believe it? We are already at a crucial point of this contest. We are where the judges have to place their bet or their verdicts. Who did best in this first round? This was where we saw the contestants behind the studio videos. We heard them tell about the studio with a very short sentence, and then we actually also saw the games. So now I have asked the judges to prepare some signs for this qualifier with the names of the games and studios here. And when I do a countdown to the judges, I will say three, two, one. They will show us which game they think deserved to win this first round. So I hope you're ready, judges, because now it's action time. I'm gonna do my countdown now. Three, two, one. Show us the game. Oh, and the fun part
Catchy.
gets a kickstart here after round one. Again, I must remind you all that you cannot calculate out of just seeing what the judges give, who's in front, who's doing best, because there is an underlying thing going on here. It's through the whisper networks that something will happen as well. So nothing is decided before the fat host tell you so, or whatever the expression is. Okay, so thank you so much for this. Now let's move on to round number two. In this round, we will have the judges in the spotlight asking fierce and grilling questions to each of the contestants. The judges have one question each for the contestant, and after each question, the contestant have 30 seconds to answer that question. So I think that we are ready for some grilling fun now. Let's start. Contestant number one, you are ready, and I will just do the order here to not confuse anyone by asking you, Esther, to ask your question first.
Okay, well, builds and crafts would take time. They are more like a slow-paced strategy genre. So, how do you balance them with the fast-paced action element in your game?
Can you repeat, please? Because I haven't heard the first part.
Can you repeat,
Should
Esther?
I? Yeah. I think the voice is a little bit too low for everyone. Is that something about this platform, or it's just
Now your
our
voice is
voice?
it was turned up now, and we can hear you even better now. So please
Okay,
rephrase
okay.
or say your question again.
I see. Okay, builds and crafts would take time. They are more like a slow-paced strategy genre. So, how do you balance these elements with the fast-paced action elements in your game?
To balance this, building is really quick, and well, it's a part of the difficulty of the game to manage drilling and exploring the map while building up your base. You have to do many tasks at once to keep you alive, basically. Because if you're too slow, you're dead. And in the underground world, your time is very precious. Your resources are very precious. So you have to really think about everything. You can't just place your turrets in the one place and hope it will just do the work.
Thank you so much for that answer. And then it's on to Eugene. Please ask your question. You are muted.
Yeah, thank you so much. Is it Deep Rock Galactic top-down, right? So I just wanted to ask how you came to this idea, but it's exactly 100% Deep Rock Galactic top-down.
Well, it's not 100%. It's not exactly. Lumencraft has its origins more in like old-fashioned games. We wanted to bring back this per pixel physics and like, yeah, really old-fashioned look. This strange 2D 3D cartoony style, and maybe also the bits of sci-fi theme.
There you go. Thank you for that answer. And then straight to Peter. Can you please ask your question now?
Yeah, hi. First of all, I will say that I think all the games looked honestly really amazing. And I also got this idea that it was got reminder of Deep Rock Galactic, and actually when I saw it, I was kind of in doubt what kind of genre it is. So I would like to hear how would you define it? What genre is it, and what makes it different within that genre?
Well,
What makes it stick
basically,
out?
our dream is to create a new genre, like totally new genre that will be focused on ultimate creativity. You can destroy everything, you can build everything, and you. Sorry. I'm sorry, I got really stressed.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. We are recording. Just take a deep breath. We will cut this out. Don't worry. Don't worry, please.
I can easily also ask again, and it was I think the game looks amazing, and I think that it shows that there is so many different things in the game that you can do. So it's not just like one. So when I saw it, I kind of saw many different genres in the same game. So if you should select one genre that is most, which one do you think it is?
This is action game, full of action, full of shooting, and building, and yeah, this is what it is. But we want to add something more. We want it to become a per pixel genre. We want per pixel genre to become a thing after a Lumencraft and maybe our next games. We want to really bring this physic environment that feels so satisfying and gives you this feeling of full immersed into the game.
Thank you so much for that answer. And contestant number one, now you can relax a little bit because it's on to contestant number two. Let's hear the question from the judges, and we are going to make it as easy as possible on all of us by asking Esther first. Please, your question.
Hello. So giants are okay. I need to come closer, huh? Giants are always about myths and lore. So why did you choose giants to be the main character? It's more like a gameplay-driven decision, or do you have any other reasons to choose giants to be your main character?
You know, the background of the studio, as we said in the video, is we seek for different ideas for games. We don't want to copy any other game. We want to be, as I said, different. So we seek for games that have something completely new in the gaming industry. This is one of the main reasons why we chose giants, because most of the games that you may see the giants are games that you fight with them and they are the bad guys, they are wrong, they are doing something ugly. In our game, we wanted to have both from lore and from gameplay a different perspective.
And I'm going to interrupt you. Woohoo! Oh, no, sorry. Thank you so much for that answer. Let's go on to question from Eugene.
Hey, Lucas. among all the judges, I was the happiest to see this game once it started like 3 years ago when I was in Super. I remember you had a fascinating multiplayer concept. Can you explain what it right now when the game almost finished, how it looks like?
Okay, so generally the plan for the game right now is to start with early access, self-publishing the game November the 2nd, so very soon. We are in the middle of development hell right now because everything is like being finished right now. We are not starting with the multiplayer mode with the game because we focused on both the story mode that we've got in the game. So we want to build this lore and give player the idea why he should be this giant. And another mode that is much closer to the multiplayer idea that we have for the game. It's called Arena mode. And I'm sorry, I won't answer the final question. Starting with the multiplayer right now.
Thank you so much for that answer. I would give the word now to Peter for his question to you.
Thank you. I think your game looks absolutely stunning as well. Which game actually inspired you, and where do you think your game is different from that?
So generally, most of the games from the genre of action games could be the reference. Of course, the biggest reference that most of the players may know is God of War. You are like bigger guy, not a giant there, but still the mechanics, the art style, the movement is definitely close to our game. But the biggest reference is definitely Black and White. So like something like a perspective of a god, you are definitely mighty in our game, but you still have to think. So completely different genres, but like there is no straight reference for our game. That's why we have to take something from different games.
Thank you so much for that answer. And this concludes this round for contestant number 2. Now we are going to meet contestant number 3 and get some questions for you for Everdream Valley 2. And Esther, can you please start?
When answering the length of gameplay, you said maybe unlimited, right? You say players may spend hundreds of hours in your game, but I also see that you said in the introduction that the player only have 2 months of their holiday in your game. So why could it be unlimited? Is it replayable or endless, or is there any other reasons?
Yeah, the 2 months limit is not exactly the limit. It's just the vacation is 2 months, but the playing time is unlimited. So there's no limit for that. It's just like you are going to holiday. So sorry if I spoiled your question or something like that, because
Okay,
but
thank
there
you
is
so
no
much.
time.
No, time is up for that, but I hope you get your answer there, Esther. And let's move on to Eugene and your question.
Yeah, actually, it's pretty much the same question, but from a different angle. You somehow limit player, like landscape based or skill based.
Yeah, both. Both, because some part of the map is limited by the rivers, and you need to build a bridge, and you need to learn to do that and gather the materials, etc. Some part of the game is limited by the swarm of flies, and you need to make a fly repellent to go there. Some other by the thick bushes or forests. So there are a lot of environmental physics-based barriers, but also in the night there are wolves, and you need to escape from them.
Thank you so much for that answer. And let's move on to the last question. It's from Peter.
Hi, and actually my question got a little bit answered, but still, I can imagine playing your game, but what is in the game that actually makes it still fun after some time? What new things is in the game to keep the momentum and keep people playing it?
Yeah, so of course the story mode is one thing, and it's limited, but it's also an open world sandbox game. So there's no such way as end of the game. You can breed your animals, you can gather more resources, and if you breed, well, I said that animals have impact on the game world. So if you breed too much, that could lead to environmental disaster because that grass, they're eating the grass. There are different type of grass. They could eat your crops, or the beavers can build a dam. So there are a lot of environmental things and sandbox based things that
Thank you.
give you
Thank
fun.
you so much. Thank you so much for that answer. And that actually concludes this second round of the contest. So we are back to the end of a round, and that is where the judges show us their verdict. Who did they think did best in this second round, which was questions from the judges to the contestants about their gameplay. There was a load of good answers there, if I think, but let's see what the judges think. Let's do the countdown now. 3, 2, 1. Show us the game. Oh, yes. That was also pretty anonymous, but it's still early days. There's still loads of time to pick it up and run with the victory in the end. We are, we have not only started because we are, in 2 rounds in, and there's still 2 to go. But from my point of view, I think it's time right now to do a little breather because, whew, there's nervousness, there's anxiety, there is the will to perform. There is such a tension in the air that I can almost feel it on my skin. And all the reason for us being able to do this, and this is why I think we should just calm down a little bit and then put our focus on me. No, not really. Let's put our focus on the companies and the partners that are making us able to actually do the Nordic Game Discovery Contest and to travel around the world. Well, travel in the online world right now, unfortunately, to make this happen. So let's spend a few minutes on our sponsors. Let's start with our dear sponsors, Exola, and say thank you by watching this video. So thank you so much, Exola. We really appreciate you as a partner. Now, a new partner to the contest is Tencent Games, and we like to thank them by showing you this video.
Guys got him. Oh, please. You guys actually believe that superstitious horse shit?
To catch this guy. They said their technology would change the world.
Thank you so much, Tencent as well, and represented by Esther here in this qualifier. One of our dear partners is Whisper Games, and let's say thank you to them by watching this video.
Company profile. Established in 2015, Whisper Games is a rising video game publisher based in China. Till now, Whisper Games has built up strong partnerships with companies from over 20 countries and provided customized solutions for more than 100 video games. Check out www.whisperinteractive.com for more details.
And thank you so much, Whisper Games, as well. So great pleasure to have you on board as well. And as a little bit of a silent partner, we actually also have Microsoft on board here. So let's say thanks to them by watching this video.
Gamestack is the portfolio of developer tools that game developers can use to build, run, and grow their games.
Your job is to deliver something that takes the player on a journey and makes them feel something.
The most important thing is that you listen to the community.
You design for one, you solve for many.
It's really about playing your games wherever you choose to play them.
You know, gamers and developers are truly at the center of everything we do.
So big thank you, Microsoft, as well. And that concludes it for the videos that we want to show with some of our sponsors and partners. Because again, we're really happy to have all of you on board. You are making it possible for us to do the contest, but you're also a big part in it actively as judges, but also in actually making the grand finals happen with prizes for the winner and a lot of other stuff. So I have created a little bit of a slide here so that just to give you all of you an overview of what's in store for the contestants. So one company not mentioned in the videos we saw, but a very, very strong partner represented by Peter Jacobson here today is Games Branding, a great PR company that is our official PR partner, not only for the Nordic Game Discovery Contest, but also for our Nordic Game conferences in general. We're very happy to have them on board, and they are doing great PR work for all of the contestants, actually, because all of the contestants, all three of you and all of the studios that has been represented in qualifiers through this 5th season of the contest will receive something from Games Branding. And then if you should win and go to the grand final as a final, even more great stuff, and get, most importantly, a great deal of attention and exposure. We will have combined in our Nordic Game Conference in the beginning of November, more than 35,000 viewers. So it's a great opportunity to be part of it. And also as a finalist, you can expect prizes from mostly all of our partners, including Games Branding. And then obviously, if you should win the final, the one that takes the main prize, then you will be showered with good stuff as well. So I can only recommend everybody watching this who is into developing games and having something that they need to be discovered, to enter the Nordic Game Discovery Contest. It is still possible, actually, to do that even after this qualifier here. We still have an opening for our wildcard submissions, so please do that if you are interested. So that brings us to the end of this break, because we're not done with this qualifier, not at all. On the contrary, we are ready now for round number 3. This is the round, just like with round 2, where the contestants, they get questions from the judges, but this time it is about the surroundings of the game, the studio, the price point, how they see the game competing in the market and stuff like that. So it's gonna be very interesting to listen to. And let's welcome back the judges and the contestants here in the screen. So here you are, and contestant number 1 is ready to receive questions. So all I have to do is to remind you that after each question, you have 30 seconds to answer. So let's get it on and start again with Esther. Please, your question.
Hello, you said your word of your studio is innovative, right? So is there any activities to inspire your teammates, or to to talk about your ideas? Is there any activities like this?
Well, we have brainstorming meetings every Monday. Uh, it's a big thing for us because then we will decide in which direction go now, what to do now, what to fix, what to improve, what to develop. We have many ideas thanks to these meetings, and outside of office, we like to go to food trucks for some good food. And when you're relaxed, everything is better.
Thank you so much for that answer. Sounds great. And let's move on to Eugene's question.
Now, me and Esther today were almost asking almost a similar question. Actually, I wanted to ask if you play Zombicide with your team. Or Swarm. That's pretty close to game you're making.
We do play games quite a lot, but nowadays it's mostly Lumencraft. We spend a lot of time testing on our own. We have fun finding bugs, and well, you've seen some of our most interesting findings in the intro video. It's quite entertaining to do this. Well, it's thanks to our AI, because it's not like any other. So sometimes technology makes us laugh.
Thank you so much for that answer as well. On to the last question for you, contestant number one. It's from Peter, please.
Hi. How much gameplay time do you think there is in the game? Would you recommend that you kind of follow like a story, or is it open world gameplay?
It's more gameplay, definitely, because well, you can do almost anything in Lumencraft, and now it's hard to say how many hours it will be, because in demo we focused on placing as many traps as we can to make you unsuspectedly enter the lava on the other side, and end of the game.
Thank you so much for that answer. That concludes it for you, contestant number one. Let's move on to contestant number two. And again, I will ask Esther to do the first question, please.
Well, generally, games that heavily rely on the experience of destruction would have a longer length of gameplay to fulfill the need of players. I saw the whole length of your game is around 7 hours in total. I want to hear your idea of the length of your gameplay.
Okay, so generally, yes, one of the main mechanics in the game is distraction, like totally unlimited distraction of every thing that surrounds you. But we've got different modes to do it. Like it's not repetitive. So first of all, we have the story mode that shows you the game. Then we've got arena mode, so a place comparable, for example, to Colosseum. So you fight with other giants there because they are enslaved by the people and you have to rescue them. And those modes are much more than 7 hours of gameplay.
And stop. I actually gave you a little bit of a lead time there, but yeah, okay. Thank you for that answer. And now let's move on to Eugene's question.
Yeah. How you plan to add new content to the game? By new castles, new giants?
So generally, we are starting this November the 2nd with early access. So early access is naturally to add content. It won't be the finished game at the start. We plan to have early access for around 12 months with 4 big updates. And one of the updates will be another mode that we call Theater of War. So you will have a map and you will choose your destiny. So you will have possibility to choose the opponents, choose the small human opponents and big opponents to fight with. And the next step will be this multiplayer mode that I definitely would like to tell more.
Thank you so much for that answer. And on to the last question for you, contestant two. It's from Peter.
It seems like you have a good strategy forward that you go into this open beta now, and then 1 year ahead. What is your biggest challenge now, actually? Because it looks like the game is more or less really finished. So what do you see as the biggest challenge now from now on until you release?
So generally, to make everything work with each other, we've got all the assets ready, we've got all the programming work ready. We are now implementing everything on the maps. We are checking the maps, we're back testing the game. Like it's polishing, it's balancing still, because it's like it will take us 12 months to balance the game. It's that kind of game. Every new mechanics will have to be balanced, every new mechanics will have to be tested. And community, we think that definitely community will help us with some good ideas. Then we have to implement them and test and the balance.
Thank you so much. That concludes it for you, contestant number two. Let's move straight to contestant number three and get the question round going. First question will come from Esther, please.
In your game, you give the main character a holiday, but you ask him to work days and nights until the end of holiday. Well, it's kind of refreshing, but also terrifying. So I want to know, what's your idea of work? Is it endlessly?
No, actually, if you don't want to, you don't have to work. You can just stroll around and play as animals, or just experience the summer on the holiday. You can go with your fishing rod and try to break a record for the biggest fish. But as I said at the beginning, we are all about fun. So we really, really tried hard to make the work fun part of the game, fun part of the gameplay, very satisfying. Like with the cooking, with the fishing, with the playing with a cat that is actually training him to find the sick animals. So work could be fun.
Yes, that's exactly what I have heard. Okay, so on to the next question, and thank you for the answer. Eugene.
Why not the console first?
Actually, we are talking now with Switch publisher, but it's simply because it's easier to start with a Steam and try the game during the Steam Fest. Now you can play a demo and make patches and get more content. It's just easier to start and cheaper to start, and we don't have a big budget, so it's like a David Goddard situation here.
Thank you so much for that answer. And on to Peter's last question.
Yeah, it's two short questions actually. One is how far are you in production, and the other one is what is also your challenges now at this point for the game.
Okay, so first part, we want to publish the game late spring, early summer. So that's how far we are. We basically have every major mechanic finished. We're polishing the story, we're polishing a gameplay, and balancing the mini games and the sandbox elements. And that, I would say, it's the biggest challenge, to balance that many different mechanics and not be just a gathering of small mini games.
Very good. I have to stop you here, but thank you for that answer. This concludes it for the third round. And yeah, we all know by now what that means. You are absolutely right. Points from the judges. Who did best in this third round? Who deserved to be discovered the most based on the answers to these questions? Well, only the judges know, but soon we will know too. Because I'm going to do a countdown, and then the judges will show me who they think did best. Let's get it on. Hey, contestants, are you nervous? Good, 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 good. Yeah, I like. I
We
can
are
almost.
nervous too.
Oh no, you should not be nervous, judges. But yeah, well, nervousness is always great. I'm just happy nervous is not my middle name. Okay, let's get it on. Three, two, one. Show us the game.
Much harder this time.
Yeah,
Harder.
yeah. We got the points in. Thank you so much, judges. Now we have it for round one, two, three. But this is not over yet. No, no, no. What could be more fitting as the conclusion than to do one last round? Well, that's a great idea. I was thinking about that for years, and then I came up with a title for this round. Let's call it the final round. That's how innovative I am, huh? Well, now it's time. And this time, all the contestants have sent in material to us. They will now show that material. And after we've seen it, each contestant will have 30 seconds to explain why they sent it in and what it's all about. So let's get started. The tension mounts. Okay, let's do it. First, contestant number one, Lumencraft. You have sent us this video we're going to show now. Let's roll it. Here, what is that and why did you do that? Now.
This is lava. This is something we are really proud about because our game focuses on creativity and freedom the player has in this immersive environment of underground caves. We really focus on developing our own technology. We have our own game engine. And so basically, if you pick Lumencraft, you're picking a fresh technology with amazing potential.
Thank you so much for that. And now I can see the judges' eye. Oh, it's all bubbling in their minds. Let's go straight to contestant number two. And you have also opted to send in a video. So let's watch that. Afterwards, you have 30 seconds to elaborate. Please roll it now. Also very intriguing. Now, please explain why you did this.
Giants Uprising is not just a game about fighting, crashing, and destroying everything. There is a story in our game. We wanted to have it deeply, so the players want to be in the lore of our game. So this is the underground of the one of the first arenas that you will be playing in. Arenas or colosseums, all of them have that kind of dungeons where the giants or those gladiators that were fighting on the arenas have been enslaved. The same in our game. So we reference to the culture.
Thank you so much for that answer and the video. And now let's move on to contestant number three. You have also sent us a video which we will watch, and then you have 30 seconds to elaborate. Please roll it. Thank you very much for that, cutie. Now let's hear 30 seconds to elaborate, please.
Okay, so in this video we have shown examples of our dream mechanic. But what I did not say before is that everything the player does as an animal will impact the later gameplay. For example, if as a dog he fails to defend the sheep, he will have to search them across the valley during the day. What's more, these dream missions are not just minigames. Some animals have their own plot threads. For example, geese are quite violent birds, so in our game they started their own fight club. And the player can go all the way from zero to hero, learning its story and unlocking more missions and content in the valley.
Thank you so much for that last explanation. This means that we are at the end of round 4, but also very soon at the end of the whole qualifier. But first things first, let's hand out the points for round 4. Who of the 3 contestants did best in this round? This was the last round where the mission for them was to sway the judges, make them believe that their game is the most important to be discovered here. So I am quite interested now in seeing what the judges will do. Let's ask them, should we? Yeah. So, judges, are you ready? I hope you are, because 3, 2, 1, show us the game. Doom, 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 doom. Very interesting here. Thank you so much, judges. Now I will need a little bit of not me, but the system now is calculating. It's taking in footage from everything, the points we're giving, the comments that were, yes, there, and also my sweat is now dripping into the whole pot of algorithms here. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I have my final verdict. So, can I have everybody on the screen here so you can see my pretty face when I now announce the winner of the qualifier of the Nordic Game Discovery Contest done at Dev.Play 21 in Romania. After a very well fought battle, this is the result. The winner, who will go straight to the grand finals of the Discovery Contest in the first week of November, is Giants Uprising!
Congratulations!
Big congratulations. But first of all, I also want to thank all of you contestants. You did very good. All of you actually made it just by making it into this qualifier. You will already receive some prizes, especially from you, Peter, because Games Branding is supporting each and every qualifier finalist, not contestant is called, here. So you will hear from Peter very soon, all of you. For the winner, congrats. I really hope that you get your game out so that you are able to participate in the first week of November, because there's work for you there. You get this chance to present yourself to the world, to the Nordic game community, to a lot of investors, publishers, other developers, and normal persons. Didn't mean that, but you just prepare, and you will hear, of course, you will hear from me and all of our partners regarding what's in store for you. For the judges, I want to say a heartfelt thank you so much for participating in this and supporting us. I love you all. You know that. Without you, the contest would not be what it is. It would simply be me sitting here alone, not fun to watch at all. So thank you so much for that. And most important, or at least equally important, is to say a big thanks to the Dev.Play crew, Andrea, Marius, Catalin, all of you that keep on supporting the Nordic Game Discovery Contest. I think that you are one of the shows that has been with us from the very start. We are now in season 5. We are looking towards season 6 with great enthusiasm, and hopefully I will be able to come in person to visit you in Bucharest next year. I pray for that every day. But before all this happens, we need to conclude season 5, and that is going to happen at the grand finals at Nordic Game 21 Autumn. It is in the first week of November. If you want to participate, then go to nordicgame.com, sign up, register, get your pass there. It's going to be so much fun, and not least hosted by me. So you get to see me every day for 4 days. I know that I shouldn't have said that. Now nobody will register. But that's the fact. And a lot of great talks from a lot of really great people. So all in all, I hope to see you all. Thank you so much for watching and participating. I'm out. Nordic Game. Thanks, Dev.Play. Bye bye.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Bye bye.